Hey YouTube, your boy Chris out in the Caliente garage. In this video, I will be attempting to remove the front bearings from this front wheel. This wheel came off of my Honda Goldwing GL 1800. This is my original wheel, and it still have the original bearings and seals already pressed inside of the wheel. If you guys watched one of my recent videos of my black powder coated wheel, actually I purchased that wheel from DeSoto Honda brand new, and it came with the seals and bearings already inside of the wheel. But in order for the powder coater to do what they needed to do, the bearings and seals had to be removed. So I initially attempted to take out the bearings off of the front wheel with a slide hammer, and of course I was unsuccessful. So I took that new wheel that I purchased from DeSoto Honda. I actually took it back up to DeSoto Honda and asked them to remove those seals and bearings off of that new wheel. And that's one of the reasons why on that video you didn't see me removing the bearings, because I actually paid DeSoto Honda to remove the front bearings. But guess what DeSoto Honda actually used to take out my bearings? They used the same tool that I initially attempted, which was a slide hammer. But it took them 2 hours of constant beating to get those bearings out. And when they got the bearings out, they actually broke the bearings. When they got the bearings out, they actually broke it. It's a double bearing on both sides, on the right and left side. So when DeSoto Honda got the bearings out, of course it took them 2 hours of beating, and then the bearings were separated at that point. So that's one of the reasons why you didn't see in that video of me demonstrating how to remove the bearings. You only saw me demonstrating how to put the bearings in. So in this video, I will be attempting to remove the bearings with a bearing tool that I actually made. I went out to my welder and I told him exactly what I was trying to do, and I drew up exactly what I needed him to do. And if this works, this would have only cost me about $200 for all of the parts and labor making my own tool. I looked online for a bearing removal tool, and they wanted $750 for the cheapest bearing removal tool that will work on this Honda Goldwing GL 1800. So in this video, I'm going to be attempting to remove the bearings out of this front wheel with my modified bearing removal tool that I had my welder to fabricate for me. So stay tuned to this video, and I'm going to see if this tool that we fabricated will actually remove these pressed in bearings from this Honda Goldwing GL 1800 front wheel. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is lock the wheel down on the table. I have the wheel locked in place. Now that I have the wheel locked in place, I'm going to remove this left seal. And I'm just going to pop it out. Okay. I've already made a mark on my blind hole bearing tool, and I want to go in just below that top bearing. And so now I'm going to tighten down I was just totally surprised that Honda did not have a specialized tool to remove the bearings, and they tried to use the same tool that I use. It took them 2 hours, so I'm just going to see how long it actually takes to remove the bearings off of this front wheel. So I'm going to screw down the tool removal. I'm going to get it straight as possible. Okay, now that I have everything pretty much straight up and down. And this would probably work better with an open box wrench. And I'm going to slowly turn it clockwise. And if this actually works, I've only spent $200 for the setup. The cheapest price I actually found online for the bearing puller that's made for this particular setup was $750. So if this works, I actually have saved $500. And I just want to slowly turn it. Crank it out slowly. Okay, it looks like the bearing is starting to come out. You can't see it because this sleeve that's over the bearing. So as I turn the pulley, it pushes the legs down and pulls the bearing up. So let's see if this is gonna work. Voila. There's the bearing. There's the bearing. So this tube that I had fabricated removed the bearings. I don't know why DeSoto Honda didn't have a special tool made to pull the bearings out of the wheel. They took a regular slide hammer. Honda tried to use a regular slide hammer, the same thing that I have in my garage, and I realized it didn't work. That's why I took it to them. It took them 2 hours to beat it out, and they actually broke the bearing when they took it out. So as you can see, I just took the bearings out, and these bearings look like they could be reused. I probably wouldn't reuse it, but I wanted to show you that the tool that I fabricated actually worked. So now the inner collar is still intact, and I've done the ABS side first. This is the side of the ABS because it has the 3 threads for the pulsar ring. So I took that side off first. Okay. Now let's release the wheel. Okay, still intact. Now I could actually take a socket and knock out the other side, or I can take my bearing puller and try to pull it out. Okay, now to get the bearing out from the left side, I'm gonna lock it back down to the table. I actually found an old socket that I'm not using anymore, and it's a pretty good fit of the inner race. So I'm going to take the socket and knock it out from the top side. To do this, I'm going to be using a dead blow hammer. This is a 2-pound dead blow hammer, and I'm just going to knock the bearings out from this side. I can feel the bearings about to drop out. Okay, here we go. All right, that bearing is out. Now when I beat on it, it actually came loose, which I probably wouldn't use those bearings again anyway. And as you can see, the bearing actually came out. So now that I have the bearings removed out of the wheel, I can go ahead and I can send this wheel off. I can get it chromed, I can get it powder coated, or I can get it refinished. If you guys have any questions or any comments, put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you guys later. See you.